Hello everyone. In this lecture we are gonna study the cylinder head. The cylinder head is made of cast iron or aluminum. On overhead valve engines, the cylinder head contains the valves, valve seats, valve guides, valve springs, rocker arm supports, and reassist area that makes up the portion of the combustion chambers. On overhead cam engines, and the cylinder head contains these items plus the supports for the camshaft and camshaft bearings. All cylinder heads contain passages that match passages in the cylinder block. These passages allow coolant to circulate in the head and allow oil to drain back into the oil pan. Oil also moves through some of the passages to loop the camshaft and valve train. The cylinder head also contains tapped holes in the combustion chamber to accept the spark plugs. The sealing surface of the head must be flat and smooth. To aid in the sealing, a gasket is placed between the head and the block. This gasket, called the head gasket, is made of a special material that can withstand high temperatures, high pressures, and the expansion of the metal around it. The head also serves as the mounting point for the intake and exhaust manifolds and contains the intake and exhaust ports. Cylinder head design is one of the most influential factors that affects the overall performance of an engine. So the size and shape of the intake and exhaust ports affect the velocity and the volume of the mixture entering and leaving the cylinders. So openings in the cylinder head allows coolant to pass through the head. Coolant must circulate throughout the cylinder head to remove excess heat. The coolant flows from passages in the cylinder block through the head gasket and into the cylinder head, and the coolant then passes back to other parts of the cooling system. And we have ports. Intake and exhaust ports are cast into the cylinder head. One port is normally used for each valve. However, on engines with more than 2 valves per cylinder, the ports for the intake or exhaust valves may be combined, and these ports are called Siamese ports. With Siamese ports, individual ports around each valve mesh together to form a larger single port that is connected to a manifold, and the cross-flow ports are used on some engines and have intake and exhaust ports on opposite sides of the combustion chamber. Heads of this design are called cross-flow heads. Also, we have the aluminum heads. Attempts to lower overall engine weight and have resulted in many lightweight cylinder head designs. An aluminum head weighs roughly half as much as the cast iron head, eliminating anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds of weight. Also, this is very effective for fuel economy, but these heads bring new concerns for technicians. So aluminum expands and contracts almost twice as much as cast iron in response to temperature changes. When an aluminum head is mated to an iron block, the difference in thermal expansions between head and block creates a scrubbing stress on the head gasket unless the gasket is engineered to take this. So leakage and premature gasket failure can result.